Peoria Citizens Committee for Economic Opportunity Incorporated is the community action agency serving Peoria County. Community action was created through the Economic Opportunity Act of 1964 during President Lyndon B. Johnson's administration. PCCEO was chartered in February 1966, and the first two programs were a Summer Head Start program and a legal aid program headed by current federal judge Joe Billy McDade.
One constant with community action across America is the provision of programs that address the specific needs of their community. In Peoria County, the Community Services Block Grant provides an array of services to help low-income families and individuals towards self-sufficiency. CSBG is instrumental in helping students with scholarships to Illinois universities, senior citizens with drug prescription medicines so they don't have to choose between food and medicine, the homeless or those who lost a home with emergency food and shelter, those who are hungry through the Peoria Area Food Bank, which distributes USDA commodities and food to over 120 pantries, or a new business through the Business Loan Program. Information about community action and the issues affecting low-income residents and minorities are distributed through flyers and brochures and the PCCEO.org website. The cable TV programs such as CAPtions, Peoria's longest-running TV talk show.
We're open really one day a month, on the first Friday of each month. And usually it's a pretty good-sized bag of food, and we have a lot of frozen foods. And, well, we couldn't really do it without the food bank. We really have to shop to find food that's affordable.
Housing Services provides our clients with the ability to reside in safe, comfortable, and energy-efficient dwellings. Homes that need to be brought up to code can receive roofing and siding, electrical and plumbing repairs, and repairs to walls and porches through the Home Rehabilitation Program.
They put insulation downstairs in the basement, the front door, the back door, the water heater. I got a brand new hot water heater and a brand new furnace. So it has brought my energy bill down tremendously, I must say. I've already recommended the program to hundreds of people.
Energy Services reduces the cost of heating or cooling homes. Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program is designed to help low-income households pay for winter and summer energy services. Insulation, caulking, door replacement, and furnace repair or replacement is the mission of the Weatherization Program.
Senior Programs offers elderly residents hot meals, fellowship, or a chance to remain active by giving love for children. Senior Meals Program provides 7 congregate meal sites for anyone aged 60 years or older. Residents residing in the buildings that serve as meal sites are also eligible to receive a meal regardless of age. All meals have the recommended daily allowances and are approved by a registered dietitian. In addition to nutritious meals, seniors can take part in fellowship and leisure activities. There is no cost, but monetary donations are encouraged.
Foster Grandparent Program provides intergenerational opportunities for seniors aged 60 and above to at-risk children in a variety of locations. The heart of the program is the one-on-one daily attention the foster grandparents provide. In improving the lives of the children they serve, foster grandparents also profoundly enrich their own lives.
I love being a foster grandmother. I love the kids. I like the feeling of accomplishment. You can teach them something one day and you think, well, maybe they've forgotten it, but they come in the next morning, Grandma, guess what? I remember what you told me yesterday. It's the greatest feeling. It feels like you've done something, you've accomplished something. I love being a foster grandma.
A new technology center and computer lab in collaboration with Carver Community Center opened in 2006. The STEP, Student Technology and Education Progression Center, offers weekly classes for participants in the Support Service Clerk program to increase their marketable job skills. Monthly technology classes are also held for the general public to familiarize people with PC use and elementary computer functions.
PCCEO partners with Opara LP in the Peoria Affordable Housing Initiative project. Between 1997 and 2001, 140 single-family homes on Peoria's South Side were built. These homes are available to families whose income does not exceed 60% of the median income for Peoria County. The partnership, in a demonstration of its commitment to revitalizing our neighborhoods, will allow the occupants of the homes to purchase them after the 15-year mandatory requirement has expired. Oak Parr LP believes that it will take home ownership to revitalize the South Side.
We've lived here since 1997. It's been a little over 8 years. One day, it was actually this daughter here. She prayed for a home, and she told me she prayed for a home. And I thought about it, and I said, well, I guess that wouldn't be too bad, because at the time we were living in an apartment. And within 6 months, we had a home, and we watched it being built from ground up. My family would like to thank God first, and PCCEO second, and everyone who has offered any help, any type of assistance to us, because it has really been a blessing.
Central Illinois Catering was established to add to the many services that PCCEO renders to the community at large. Its primary mission is to prepare and serve over 800 meals a day, 5 days a week for Head Start children and participants in the Senior Meals Program. In 2006, CIC started a daily basket lunch program for employees and the general public. But CIC also provides catering to weddings, parties, meetings, anniversaries, and more, prepared to serve from 25 to 1,000 meals, catered to the customer's taste, needs, and satisfaction.
The primary objective of the Spring Grove Development Project is to provide moderate-income working families with the opportunity to purchase high-quality new single-family homes. Secondary objectives include developing healthy neighborhoods, rebuilding the city's core, and providing employment opportunities for minority contractors and skilled tradespersons. A down payment subsidy of up to $30,000 is available to qualified buyers.
My husband and I were looking to purchase a home, and we got word on the street about Spring Grove. We stopped by one day and stopped and thought we'd pick up some information in reference to purchasing a home down here on the south end of Peoria. I do like the fact of being right across the street from the Valeska Henry Early Childhood Education Center, which is awesome, especially for the little one. If there's the fireworks going on, or if there's something special going on downtown, we're able to get there without having to, and not even so walk there if we'd like to. So we do like that part of it.
PCCEO is dedicated to providing quality services to children and families. For ages prenatal to age 3, early Head Start services include quality early education both in and out of the home, parenting education, comprehensive health and mental health services, including services to women before, during, and after pregnancy, nutrition education, and family support services.
I like the family time together. It just helps spend more time with my family. I like that, and I like the outings, like the trips that they go on, and that again helps me spend more time with my family, and it also gives me a chance to go back to school to further my education.
We have apple donuts. You don't know what donuts are? Oh, you in for a treat if you don't know what donuts are. I do. What? Eat them. You eat them. Good job.
Head Start provides comprehensive services to families with children ages 3 to 5. As with Early Head Start, families can receive educational and family development services, health services such as vision and hearing screening, disability, and transportation. There is an early childhood teacher and teacher assistant in each classroom. The classroom is divided into learning centers and includes blocks, dramatic play, science and discovery, creative art, math, computer, and language and literacy. A parent policy council involves parents in the decision-making process in the operation of both programs. Helping people, changing lives for every stage of life.
Well, this event was put together with the Methodist College of Nursing. We have been having their students rotate through for experiences with pediatrics and prenatal. So they needed to do a project toward the end of the year. And so what I've done is with their instructors, we've put together this health fair.
The program that I am in right now is the 2+2 program, where I started off with my prerequisites at another school and came for 2 years here. The new program that they have is a 4-year program. You can come right out of high school, do all of your prerequisites at Methodist, through Methodist, and move on to your bachelor's degree, and then do that in 4 years, and then graduate. My heart's always been in medicine, and I have young children, and it's something I enjoy, and the most important thing for me was to pick a career that I knew that I would enjoy and every day that I went to work.
Health is just one of the main components that Head Start, early Head Start offers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Health is a big component, and health incorporates so many things with Head Start and early Head Start. Health can be your physical health, it can be your mental health, and it also involves safety in the home, whether it be poison, whether it be medications, or whether it be plant safety, because there are many plants out there that are poisonous as well. So health just really incorporates all of those things, along with nutrition, healthy eating, healthy weight, and we're trying to get that information out to our families to help our children not become part of the obese population that we have today.
Well, welcome back as we continue our special caption show tonight, talking about helping people and changing lives. Earlier, we have talked with early Head Start and early development of children. During this segment, we're going to be talking with a person that I'm quite certain many of you are familiar with, Joyce Banks, and we're going to be talking about an earlier adult age in terms of teenagers and young folk. Joyce, welcome to Captions.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back.
I'm always glad to see you, Joyce, because I know that you keep your finger on the pulse of the community and do all you can in the development of individuals as well as the community. And I understand that you are now associated with Shwari Chengo.
That's correct.
What is Shwari Chengo?
Well, the name Shwari Chengo is Swahili, which means peaceful village.
Peaceful village.
Peaceful
Fantastic.
village. And we operate a program under PCCEO that's a violence intervention and prevention program. We're housed at Manual Middle High School.
Well, fantastic. I am so glad, and I like that concept about a peaceful village.
Yes.
And in today's time, it almost seems like everything is going on but peace. And if this community has a solution of which is going to require more than Joyce, but it's going to require parents, it's going to require teachers, ministers, everybody needs to work together as a village in pursuit of peace. How long has this program been operating here in the community?
About 2008 is when we started.
Okay, 3 years ago then. Okay.
3 years.
All right. And what age group do you focus on, or is there an age group that you focus, or is it just the community in general?
Well, it is. As I said, we're housed at Manual Middle High School.
Okay.
And the grades there, Manual goes from grade 7 through 12.
All right.
So that is the age groups that we're working in. We operate groups there, Men of Valor, that addresses issues with young males, and then we have Cultured Pearls, which addresses some issues with young girls.
Okay. And can you give me an example of what type of kind of activities do you do? Do you have people from the community come in and talk with the kids, or kids go out into the community to see things, or how does this program actually work?
Well, we have volunteers from the community.
Okay.
In fact, the lion's share of the men who are working with the young males there are retired Caterpillar executives.
Fantastic.
Partner with some of our staff. And we have 4 groups that meet on a weekly basis. And they address issues such as violence, rage, making decisions is one. So we use a curriculum called Dare to be King.
What is it?
Dare to be king.
Dare, D-A-R-E?
D-A-R-E, Dare to be king.
Okay, good.
So hopefully during those group sessions that run on an average of an hour long, these young men are able to talk with men from the community who have some life experiences, who can share with them and talk to them quite a bit and extensively about choices. This is really about the choices we make that determine where we're going to end up in life. So those groups have been going on now for a couple of years. On that, we did some last summer with some 5th and 6th graders. So that was kind of interesting. They look forward to coming quite a bit. One of the things that happens in that group is in terms of teaching young folk how to honor age.
Okay.
And so that when the group first forms, the young men sit according to the elder in the group.
Okay.
On that, so that we want to get them start thinking that with age there should be some respect, because we've seen like a breakdown of respect, young people and older people, and the young people often say to me, well, we deserve respect too, which is correct. But it's interesting to see how they respond to, when we're deciding who's the elder in the group. Well, if 2 days difference, and they will hurry up and point that out so that they can get the seat at the head of the table. So we can see in that group we've learned quite a bit. We've learned quite a bit. Part of the exercise of the Men of Valor is a lesson plan that asks that they write a letter to their dads.
Okay.
And some of them will actually make you cry. And then some are just so endearing because some of the letters that they wrote were really, I want to thank you for being in my life. On the other hand, there was one who said, I want to thank you for saving me from my mom. Another said, I thank you for getting in my life. You were gone in prison a long time, but now you want to make it up to me. So it's important, I think, that we appreciate the need young men have to have fathers.
Absolutely.
In their lives, and the pain that it causes them when they don't, when they feel the rejection of a father. So part of the anger that we talk about of coming from our young folks, some of that is I feel rejection. I don't feel the family support. I don't feel the love that I think I'm entitled to, and we believe that they're entitled to. So I see that these groups are very important. It's very important to have men in the lives of men. Certainly it's important that young girls have fathers as well, but a mother can teach a young girl how to be a woman.
Right.
A mother cannot teach. We can raise our sons, but we can't teach them how to be men. So it's in terms of even walking in a room, men have a different way of walking in a room than a woman has. So it's important that we get as many men involved in these young boys' lives as possible. So it's really exciting to see some good things coming out of that, and yet we know there's a lot we still have to do.
Well, I'm so glad that you made many of the comments that you just made, Joyce, because it is important. In fact, I know in the early Head Start program and Head Start program, they try as best as they can, not just to include the parents, but particularly the fathers, because that is a very important part of the development of that child, even from an early age of a baby. You can detect the difference between a man's voice and the mother's voice and that type of a thing. And I've often indicated to, particularly around Christmas time, to the men particularly, to the women as well, the greatest present that you can give your child at Christmas is your presence.
Yes.
I mean, those other things that you get in debt with MasterCards, if you're fortunate enough to get approved for one and that type of thing, doesn't last nearly as long or have the impact on that child's life and development and love as your presence. And for those who may not have a child, I can remember when I was growing up in the 40s and 50s, I had uncles, I had neighbors who played the role of helping me to develop. My dad wasn't a fisherman. He wasn't a handyman when it came to carpentry and so forth, but there were other men that took the time to work with me, to encourage me, to help me, and I'm quite certain that in terms of this program that there are men who can volunteer their time to talk with these young men or the kid across the street or the kid in the family who is a nephew, and knowing that the dad is either dead or gone or whatever, to take some time to talk with them there in their own family environment, as well as I would encourage any listeners tonight to contact you or contact Manuel and say, hey, I heard about this program and I'd like to see what can I do. I know you mentioned about the retired executives at Caterpillar. Well, fine. You don't have to be a retired person. You don't have to be a Caterpillar. You can just be a man and help a young person become a man. And as we said earlier in our program tonight about an early Head Start and a Head Start, let these men be developed from boys who are taught how to become men, because it isn't just, the only thing that's natural is we age, but it doesn't mean that we age wisely in becoming a man, because we have to emulate what we see, what we hear, and as you say, mothers are limited. They can give the nurturing and they can give the care, but they can't teach a boy how to be a man.
Right.
And I'm so glad that of all the people I know, Joyce, that you're involved in trying to coordinate this effort. And the stopping of the violence is secondary in the sense that as our men become better trained in terms of boys and learn responsibility and don't have the rage and the disappointment which often causes them to act out or to do things that are antisocial behavior, that is kind of the secondary. And I'm quite certain it's a lot of the violence that we associate that helped get this program started. But even if there wasn't street violence, in my mind, and I know I worked with the city in terms of human services, and I would often remind the politicians, the council, that the silent deaths in Peoria is just as great when there are people dying from hunger, dying from a lack of medicine, and the things that we don't associate with violence. We'll hear about the shooting on the South Side, but I bet there was somebody on the South Side who may have passed away because they didn't have the medical care. And it's just as important for you in this program of dealing with the kids and helping them to develop. And as I said, if anybody can do it, but it takes more than Joyce, it takes the community. Is there anything that you would like, as we close, to either appeal for whatever kind of help you need, whether it's volunteers or time or speakers or whatever?
Oh, all of the above.
All of the above.
We need volunteers. We do have a group that meets. We have 4 groups with young girls as well.
Mm-hmm.
We eat lunch with the young girls in a private atmosphere so that we can have we can talk in an aesthetically pleasing environment, because we women, we love we love things to be pretty.
Right.
And so we set that forth, and we have volunteers from the community who come and share with the young girls as well. So if there is anyone who's listening to us, watching this show, watching Captions tonight, we just encourage you, whether it is getting involved with Shwari Chengo through at Manual, or the neighbor kid, someone in your family, as you've said, that we keep saying over and over that the young folk are the generation. They're our future. Well, if we're not investing in our future, what kind of future is that going to be? And part of the crime that we see now is a lot of it comes from the anger that children have, and you can understand it once you get to talk to them. So I think we all have a large part to play in what our community looks like. So we ask you to contact the Community Action Agency if you want to get involved, or contact Manual Middle High School if you want to get involved, and I guarantee you we'll have work for you to do.
And there's plenty of work. In fact, I get so tired when people say, I'm bored, I don't have nothing to do. There's so much people can do, and here's another opportunity where you can invest your time, invest your life. The greatest investment that you can make isn't in terms of an IRA or a CD, but invest in a child, invest in a person, and believe me, it will outlive your life in terms of what you leave behind. And again, Joyce, I want to thank you for being here, and I want to invite you to come back anytime to give us an update. I know there's another person I love and care for, and that's Agbera Bryson. He's picking up these young men when they get a little older and go into college for the first time, and has a program similar to yours. And so we seem to have a stream of people interested, and the Community Action Agency is involved from the birth of a child all the way up to a senior citizen. Again, I want to thank you folks for watching. I hope you've heard something tonight to inspire you, to encourage you. Again, we want to educate you, we want to motivate you, and we want you to participate. Here's another program for you to participate. This is Andre Bohannon again saying thank you for watching us, and God bless you all, and God bless you, Joyce.
You as well.
Good night.